It's week 4 of the NFL, and we've got a rematch of last year's wild card round in the NFC playoffs. It's the Eagles and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Tampa. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
When we had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike, it almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon, and he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Right back to Irving, and they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
They'll look to throw. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otton. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by their quarterback from the University of Pittsburgh. It's Kenny Pickett.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun is Pickett. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. He's going to run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. 3rd and 5. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. To throw is Pickett. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A give. This is Irving. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again here with Irving. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here comes Otten in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one is caught by Shepard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to the air one more time. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Eagles offense ready for their 2nd possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. Pickett throwing here on 1st and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Pickett. This is caught. It's the former Colt Harris Campbell. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
And this ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. It's second down. Now, Pickett. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
I mean, here's a guy in Braswell that really had to wait his turn at Alabama. We don't see that very often from these college players, Mike, where they sit and develop. So give him a lot of credit. Had career highs with 8 sacks and 10.5 TFLs last year. So this is a guy they think that's just getting better and better. And in this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense with Todd Bowles, they think he's the perfect coach to get the most out of him. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's Irving. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Sending a receiver right. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Man in motion, heading left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught. He got Godwin. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll drop to throw. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
At the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a first down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free. Tristan Wirfs, former first-round pick, with the flag. They bring their tight end right. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. We are through one in this wild card rematch from a season ago. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll have more from Tampa after this. They'll send him over to the left. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and long.
The coverage by Jacoby Dean.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. So here is the former Giant. It's Saquon Barkley. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Pistol snap back to Pickett. Open man downfield is Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Chris Braswell there on the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Pickett taking off. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here's Barkley. And that's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. 2nd and goal. Here's Pickett now. This one caught at the 4.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 4th and goal coming up. Elliott's kick is good, and the Eagles will tie the game at 3 apiece. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over once again. The next drive about to get going. We're going to take a moment here and let you know what's coming up in primetime this week. Starting tonight, it's Sunday Night Football, one of the best games of the opening month of the season. Bills and Ravens from Baltimore, and then another double bill on Monday Night Football as the Titans and Dolphins meet in Miami at 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Seahawks and Lions 45 minutes later with the kickoff in Detroit at 8:15 Eastern Time.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run it. It's Irving. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Sidney Brown, they're on the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
It's 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He keeps it himself, and he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. There he goes again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Look wide, get this one complete. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 6-3 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
He'll take off again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup, but we do have a penalty marker on the field. They put Campbell in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Tyke Smith, there on the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the gun is Pickett. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to be 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. He'll manage only a couple. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
On the ground, it's Irving. Fighting off defenders here, he'll churn forward and pick up 3.
He was brought down at the 26.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible, and sometimes it's by design.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Bryce Huff, the former Jet, in there to bring him down.
At the 22-yard line.
Nice job of getting him down there for the sack, and Huff has now joined the Eagles this offseason. He had a breakout campaign last year in New York that saw him record 10 sacks on the year. They're hoping he can fill those shoes left by Hassan Reddick, and so far, Mike, so good.
On 2nd down, a run with Irving. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
36-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Tampa Bay. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. That's caught left side by Goddard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. 1st down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, here's Pickett. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And he's taken down up past the 35. Pickett throwing here on 1st and 10. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Caleb Williams, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Breece Hall, a touchdown run in the victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Pickett. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. Pickett to throw. Out wide, here's Smith.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Buccaneers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with first and 10. They motion a receiver right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down.
Brings up third and 6.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still third down.
So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is third and 1. Throwing now from the gun. That is caught. He got Godwin. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On first down, here's Irving. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards, but we'll need to check on the call. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now he'll run it.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
A give. This is Irving. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And you see the nice pickup here by Bucky Irving, and it's kind of one of those guys, Mike, that we use that phrase, he's quicker than he is fast. You know, you line him up in the 40-yard dash, and maybe he doesn't jump off the page at you, but he makes people miss in the hole. He's got great vision, great instincts with the ball. A lot of that you can't coach, and I'll tell you, they are really high on him in this Tampa Bay Bucs organization.
Here's Irving. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. They'll look to pick this up third and a yard. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively It'll set up a fourth down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down. They get it easily. It was 4th and 1, and the pickup was 5.
Gain on the play. That's good for a Buccaneers first down.
They'll go again here with Irving. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well.
Offense.
Here comes Otten in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle here, and he's got McMillan. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the Eagles' 10-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Buccaneers first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Once again, it's Barkley. Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw is Pickett. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A gain of 17 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he'll be brought down at the 45. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. Godwin working the right side. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Irving. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles.
They'll look to throw. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he's going to have a Buccaneers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack. You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player, and when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And that is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Chase McLaughlin for the Buccaneers field goal.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Buccaneers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. He's going to air this one out. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. A second down throw for Pickett. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Third and long. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. A pass caught by Saquon. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
Still third down.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. From the gun is Pickett. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Here comes the Eagles punt team. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. They'll try again here, second and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is third and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Nice pickup there by Saquon Barkley, and tell you what, he's gotten off to a fast start here. I mean, think back, week 1, new team with the Philadelphia Eagles in Brazil. He starts off the 2024 season with 3 touchdowns, so it did not take him long to make his presence felt, and I think he's in store for a big year, Mike.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Here's Pickett now. That's taken in left side by Smith. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
First down throw there is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. They send Godwin in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be third down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Still third down.
The penalty gets them back where they started, and it is third down and 10. Pickett to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And they're getting closer to a second win on the season. All they got to do is hold on here, and a good drive right now would help. They'll start it 1st and 10.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
This one on target to Godwin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. That's caught left side by Otten. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. Right back to Irving, and that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. Whoa. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this time they'll look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And that is incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal.
47-yard attempt.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Bucs will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Throwing Pickett. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. On 2nd down, Pickett. Now a screen set up for Barkley. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive?
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Pickett to throw. He runs with it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 3rd and long. Here's Pickett. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, it's Irving. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Motion man, sent right. They'll drop to throw. A throw right side, gonna be taken in by McMillan. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. From a little closer, here's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll run. He slams it in there, and he is in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone. So you give up a touchdown on defense. The question is, how are you going to respond on the 2-point try? Well, respond did they ever? Big difference giving up 8 than there is giving up 6. You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Bucky Irving, the ball carrier. The tackle by Jordan Davis. Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.